Welcome back to the Puddin' Creek Rod Shop. The little woman and I are out bright and early this morning. We're all coffeeed up and ready to hit the first swap meet of 2025. Well, the vendors are all set up, but it looks like we're the very first spectators here. They don't even have the gates unlocked yet. Now, I know half of you guys are saying, wow, Puddin' Creek, you're the first one there. You're going to get all the bargains. And the other half of you are saying nobody likes an overachiever.
He never wrote it how you. I told them I can't feel the ends of my finger anymore. I've had them in my nose, I've had them in my bugs, and I just won't warm up.
The first thing that catches my eye is this old Kennedy toolbox. But man, oh man, this one's seen better days. This one is the Kennedy Mechanics box. The Mechanics boxes were painted this red-orange color and had much wider drawers than the Machinist boxes. The Kennedy Machinist boxes usually had a brown wrinkle finish and had much smaller drawers to hold all the precision measuring instruments that a machinist uses. A lot of the outside vendors hadn't got unpacked yet, so we decided to go in this building and see if these guys were ready to make some deals. Well, it looks like everybody's still asleep in this building too. If you've been wondering where all the Hearst T-handles went from the 70s, I found them. You guys let me know in the comments if these were good prices. Mr. Gasket brand valve covers, haven't seen those in a while. Now this guy had the market cornered on old Mallory ignition equipment, and I sure do like old Mallory ignition equipment.
Brand new Mallory cold, never been hooked up. That's pretty cool. I'm building a 69 Chevelle to do a 70s day 2 hot rod.
Yeah.
And I come up with the factory tack gauge dashboard, and it's local habit. Mallory won't trigger that tack.
Oh yeah.
So all of that, the Krager power pack, and all that Mallory stuff I gathered up, it's either send the tack off or spend $300 some to fix it.
Right.
Or use a square wave signal ignition, so the tack.
Yeah. Get everything work together. You wouldn't do 50 on that, would you?
No, I give more than that. Best I do probably 7.
I'll take it. All right.
You know, they say that Dixico tack right there would work with all the ignitions. I've never tried it. I hooked it up to make sure it worked when I got it, but I've never tried it.
Right. If you had your distributor stolen in the last 10 years, I may have found it. Now, this guy's booth looked to me like it was full of old 1990s era billet aluminum street rod parts. So I was just being friendly, and I asked him, I said, looks like you maybe bought out an old speed shop at one time years ago. He kind of took offense at it. He said, I am the speed shop.
We had a trailer fire on Friday the 13th in December, so some stuff is marked down really good, or it doesn't have boxes because it got wet or whatever. Right. But then I have brand new pristine stuff in the box too.
Backwoods Speed Shop. I guess that was the name of his speed shop. I know what you guys are thinking. Same thing I thought at first glance. There's the front wheels for the Gasser project. But I checked them out. They're not skinnies. They're at least 7 inches wide. I was quite enamored with these little gauge pods. Yeah, I know, another one of them $3 words again. They had what looked like 1960s Stuart Warner gauges in them. I assume these were bolted to motorcycle handlebars, but honestly, I've never seen them before. I like the Stuart Warner gauges and they look cool, but I just wasn't visualizing any way to make them work in a hot rod. And there was only 2 of them, and I have a lot more gauges in my hot rods than just 2. Well, would you looky here? That's the exact seats that I had in my 1938 Chevrolet that I was building when I was 15 years old. Yeah, back when I was just a little Puddin' Creek. And hey, that reminds me, I've got a big update for you guys that watch all my videos. If you remember about 3 months ago, in this video that I posted about the Asheville coupe, I told you the story about the 1938 Chevy that I was attempting to build when I was 14 and 15 years old, but I had almost no money and even less skills. And at some point in time, when I turned 16 and needed a car to drive to school that was dependable and could get me there and back, I ended up having to sell the coupe to buy that car. Now, I sold my coupe back in 1984. I just ran it in the local trading post paper. Somebody come and bought it. The whole transaction probably didn't take an hour, and I had no recollection of who I sold it to or who bought it all those years ago. I'd never heard about the car since. Then just the other day, I got a message on the Puddin' Creek Facebook page. A super nice lady messaged me to let me know that her husband was watching that particular video and saw my car, and he said, I'm the guy. I'm the guy that bought the car from Puddin' Creek all those years ago. She sent me these pictures. The top picture he must have taken as soon as he bought it from me, and the bottom 2 pictures, it looks like he's made some improvements of his own. Now, these nice folks only live about 2 towns away from me, and of course I asked the question that you all want to know too, does he still have the car? Sadly, she said that he sold the car about 10 years after he bought it from me.
Is this your stuff, buddy?
No, it's Jim's. He'll be back in a minute. What you need?
I was asking about these here, but we'll go around. I'll come back by.
He'll be back in just a minute.
I'll ask you about the fender panels there. Can you do a little better on that price?
They're all brand new.
Yeah, what do you got? All right. They don't belong to me, but he'll be able to.
Okay. He won't be mad at you. He won't be able to do it anyway.
Change the honey.
Looks like you're going into mine, but you got back.
That's right. Big country girl too. You got to watch
Yeah.
her.
Say $40 on it. Yeah. And they're lunch, I got training. I'm on the country all the best time.
That's right. Bring her along with me, and that way, if there's any trouble, if there's any misunderstanding, she straighten it right out.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
Stick on and run.
That's right.
Now, I didn't ask the price on the Hilburn. I've always been told the Hilburn fuel injection is just a controlled drip. But they sure do look cool on a hot rod. How about these truck doors? They look good and solid. $120 for this one and $100 for the other one. I'd say that's a bargain if you need them. What's your guys' thoughts about buying engines at a swap meet? Let me know in the comments. I keep thinking you can paint just about any old engine orange and put a little chrome on it, and it looks like a good engine. Well, that's it for this building. Let's head back outside and see if them guys have got woke up yet. Isn't that the exact same Buick console we just saw inside the building? They must be selling those at Costco now. Now, I know you guys got thoughts about this one. Just leave them in the comments. We all want to hear them. I know there's one guy out there in YouTube land that just choked on his iced tea. He said, I need that Rally Sport spoiler. That's the exact piece I'm missing. There's the phone number for you guys in case one of you want to go drag racing, English style. If your wife needs a new grocery getter, there it is, Old Blue. You don't usually see a Tri-5 with Star Wire style wheels on them, not in East Tennessee anyway. This car was super clean. I mean, a nice car, but I'm guessing it's going to be very hard to sell. This was a pretty clean old car. Had plenty of doors in case you got a lot of kids. He wants $8,900 for it. What do you guys think? Is that a good deal? I really like the steering wheel. The steering wheel might be the coolest part of the whole car. Now I'm trying to look at this car, but across the parking lot I hear this guy fire the gasser up, and of course that gets my attention. Don't worry, I'll be taking you over to see the gasser shortly. Three twos and only owned by one family, you can't beat that. All right, all you patina car haters, here you go. Fake patina, tinted windows, and modern wheels. What's your thoughts on that? Light those comments up. Now you see a couple of this era street rods at just about every swap meet or car corral. You know, this would have been considered a really nice car in the 90s, and I guess it's still a nice car. But the styling on it is so dated that they're just really hard to sell. That fiberglass lower filler panel, that's the first time I've ever seen one of those. I didn't even know they made one of those for this model truck. I guess it matches the fiberglass hood sides. Now, if your wife is driving you just absolutely crazy and you think fishing and golfing is just boring, you could buy this car right here. This would give you something to do at night and on the weekends, for the next 30 years. Whole different story on this car right here. Now, I don't know that this is the most desirable car, but this one looks pretty decent. I think you could have this car on the road in no time. Hey, it's even got the old Western turbine mag wheels. Well, or something close to them anyway. $9,500 for a TR7. What do you guys think about that? Looks like there's 200 pounds worth of rubber in those front bumpers. Those 1970s era bumper laws sure made some ugly cars. Again, with the Western brand turbine style wheels. All this car is missing is an Alpine cassette player and a set of Cricket 6x9 speakers. Hit me in the comments if you guys had Cricket speakers in your cars back in the day. All right, let's go check out another one of these big long buildings and see what's inside. Now, the other building we were in, it was heated. It was pretty nice. But this building's not heated at all. It's got two big giant doors and they're open on each end. As a matter of fact, it's colder in this building than it is outside. Now, the little woman is supposed to be helping me hunt for bargains, but it looks like she's went on break. Must be a union hot rodder. It's them old 1960s and 70s Stuart Warner boxes. I can spot them from a mile away. Anytime I see anything that's NOS Stuart Warner, I got to check it out. How much are you blind kids?
$8. I think that's about half price from Stuart Warner. So.
Probably. I don't know what to cost.
Yeah.
Now, these old slicks give a whole new meaning to the term flat-spotted tires. If you lose the little woman in this building, just look wherever the next heater's located. 73 Camaro seats with the Herman Munster upholstery job. How about a set of center lines that's just been freshly sandblasted? I'm really not finding too many bargains. I hope the little woman's having better luck than I am. There's the General Lee. Oh, wait a minute, that's a girl's bike. How about a General Leah? Now, with a name like Black Label, that had to be a cheap beer. It's before my time. I have no idea. How about $200 for a 55 Chevy fender? Is that a fair price? The passenger side conveniently had a rust hole that you could run the wire for the price tag through. Sometimes things just work out in the old car parts business.
You don't need a 70 orange hood or fender, do you?
No, like I said, I ain't got none of them no more.
Quit.
Yeah.
Now, I've got one eyeball peeled for 1932 Ford parts. My other eyeball's working independently. It's scanning every box for possible parts for the Gasser build. Those are skinnies, but way too modern for the era that we're building a Studebaker to. Let's check out these. Yeah, that's a 1980s era wheel, maybe 70s. We're looking for a 1960s era set of skinny wheels. Does your truck need a set of fleet side bed sides? How about a set of captain chairs with the fold-down armrest? Now, if your truck's missing the custom side trim, this guy's got it. Same guy had a really cool table full of steering wheels. They're all just a little too new for the kind of cars I build. Well, we worked ourselves back around to where the gasser's parked. Let's check it out. Now, we put a 40 Ford axle under the Studebaker gasser. Looks like this guy opted for the van axle. Nothing wrong with that. It's the Bushwhacker. I give him points for originality.
I took it to the car wash where they brought it.
Well, guys, looks like a pretty cool car to me. Here's the guy's information if you want to call about it. I see one last car has just pulled in the car corral, a late arrival. Let's go over and check it out. It looks like he wants $17,500 for it, and he might trade. There's the phone number if you guys are interested. Well, that's our show for this week. We sure appreciate you guys watching our channel. Come back Monday to find out if we got any work done in the shop or we just wasted our whole week dragging old clunker cars home. If you like this episode, leave us a comment and let us know, or sling a thumbs up at us. And don't forget to subscribe if you hadn't already.